One day after an intense performance, he was getting off stage when he missed a step and would have landed hard on the floor if I didn't catch him just in time.
Gee, thanks for saving my butt. I can't risk a fracture right now. By the way, Nora, right?
Yes. Chris smiled, and my heart literally jumped with joy. Chris knows my name. He called me Nora.
I'll look for you in city lights and passing cars, in the fall leaves and shooting stars. I'll look for you, I'll wait for you.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you guys. I have this weird habit of getting so lost in music that I once left for school humming to myself and I totally forgot to wear my pants. Whew, thank heavens my shirt was long enough to cover my butt, or our sweet elderly neighbor would have died of a heart attack. When the poor lady told me about my, fashion faux pas, I sprinted back in faster than Usain Bolt. Okay, who am I kidding? I can run about as fast as a sloth, thanks to all this awesomeness surrounding me. Jealous witches at school call it fat, but nah, I think God just blessed me with some extra love. Hey folks, I'm Nora, and this is my story of love, betrayal, and revenge with a very generous topping of nerve-wracking drama. I mean, I actually die in this story. No kidding, I swear. Anyway, so let's start from the beginning. I was raised by a single dad who worked as a carpenter. Ever since I can remember, I've seen Dad singing to himself while chopping and sawing wood in his workshop. That's where I developed a passion for singing too. By the time I was 4, I was participating in tons of competitions and winning trophies after trophies. The judges couldn't stop praising my voice and my cuteness. But as years passed, my cuteness just kept multiplying. And by the time I hit my teens, it became a total struggle to find clothes to put all that cuteness in. Dad, I think I need a new pair of jeans.
But didn't you get a new one last month?
Yup, and I promise it still fits, but,
Let me guess, the zipper won't go up?
I nodded and Dad burst out laughing as he gave me his credit card.
Buy a size bigger this time, because you're only gonna get cuter.
For a long time, I believed there was nothing wrong with being a bulky kid, because my dad found me cute. But slowly, I started getting mocked for my appearance in school. Look at her. Looks like she just gobbled up an elephant. Ew, I'd hide myself in a cupboard for life if I look like that. With that rotten personality, you better stay hidden in one. To make matters worse, my cute face became a pimple party, and my life took a complete nosedive. I was labeled a freak, lost the few friends I had, and became a total outcast. I even stopped singing publicly, which really bothered Dad, but I just didn't want to face people anymore, so I told him I wanted to focus on studies. My life sucked big time, but at least there was Chris, our school's drama club head, and my secret crush. Obviously, he didn't know I existed, but just watching him on stage made me want to sing love ballads. One day after an intense performance, he was getting off stage when he missed a step and would have landed hard on the floor if I didn't catch him just in time.
Gee, thanks for saving my butt. I can't risk a fracture right now. By the way, Nora, right?
Yes. Chris smiled, and my heart literally jumped with joy. Chris knows my name. He called me Nora. When Chris and his team left, I got on stage, closed my eyes, and started singing.
Come, let me show you what being in love feels like. Do you see the sun dying every night? To let its dear moon breathe and shine.
Suddenly, I heard the door click and opened my eyes in panic, but there was no one. A few hours later at lunchtime, I was looking for a secluded corner in the cafeteria when Chris walked in and he waved at me. OMG! I got so distracted that I almost bumped into Sonia, the mean queen of our school, and Chris's twin sister. Ugh, you freak! How dare you step in front of me and ruin my day! Just look at that tray. That isn't a normal person's diet. I think she's on a seafood diet. She sees food and she eats it. Sonia and her minions burst out laughing, and I felt my face burn with embarrassment, especially since Chris was heading our way.
Sonia, can you stop being a jerk to everyone?
Did you hit your head or something? Why are you taking this freak side?
If anyone here's a freak, it's you.
Then, to my shock, Chris took my hand and we both marched out of there. What just happened in there?
Sonia was being mean to you and I couldn't take it.
But You didn't have to do it for me. I mean, she's your sister, and I'm nobody.
You're my friend, Nora, and friends stand up for each other.
Chris looked me so intently. Oh, I felt my insides turn to mush. After that day, we started hanging out. I just couldn't believe my luck. A guy like Chris wanted to be my friend when half the school wouldn't even look my way. Suddenly, life seemed too good to be true. And yet, here we were sitting in a cafe with our lattes, talking about everything under the sun. But that day, for some reason, Chris looked kinda distracted. What's wrong, Chris? You look worried.
Actually, it's about Sonia. A famous production house is launching her first album. She was supposed to record today, but she got this really bad throat infection and…
Oh, Sonia as a singer?
Yeah, this album was her biggest dream, and now when she's so close to achieving it, fate has other plans. Unless you want to step in to help?
What? I don't get it. How can I help her? That's when Chris told me something crazy. He said he'd heard me sing that day in the auditorium and asked if I could record the song on Sonia's behalf.
The album would have Sonia's name, only the voice will be yours.
What? But isn't that cheating? And why would the production house allow that?
I've talked to those guys. Things like this happen all the time in the industry. Many famous artists only lip sync. The actual voice is someone else's.
Chris tried to convince me, but I wasn't sure. The whole thing sounded too absurd.
You know what? Forget it. I don't even know why I suggested this.
Chris changed the subject and I felt relieved. But that day after he dropped me home, I couldn't stop thinking about it. Chris chose to be my friend when I had no one else. Today, when he needed a small favor, I couldn't flat out refuse, even if that required to put up with his jerk sister. So the next day, I told him I was ready to sing on Sonia's behalf. Within the next few hours, we recorded a few songs, and when the album came out a month later, it turned out to be a huge hit. Sonia became an overnight star. It was bittersweet to see her pose with her fans, give autographs, and soak in the limelight. Nora, this could be you. But sadly, no one wants to see an overweight, pimply pop star. Then one day, I was walking down the hallway when Sonia came to me with the fakest sweet smile. Nora, I owe my success to you. Thank you so much for everything. No problem. That's the least I could do for Chris. Actually, I'm here to talk about him. Chris wants to get into this prestigious drama school, but it's like super expensive. But if I do a live concert, my production company pays me $50,000, which is more than enough for his college. But I need you to lip sync for me. Oh, whoa, this was a one-off thing, Sonia. I cannot be your voice forever. But Sonia kept begging me to reconsider, and finally, I gave in. It was for Chris, after all. So on the concert day, I was behind the stage with my mic, all set to sing for Sonia while she lip-synced and performed like a rock star on stage. And as soon as I started singing, the crowd went wild.
There was a time, a golden thread. You were the only voice in my head. You said you loved me. You said you cared. In front of your eyes, my soul I bared.
And a few minutes later, Sonia walked in looking super happy. That was amazing, Nora! Good job! Then Sonia did the unthinkable. She freaking hugged me. It was so awkward. Thank God someone interrupted us just then and told Sonia the producer wanted to see her. But when she left, I saw she dropped one of her earrings. I picked it up and went looking for her, but it was like she'd disappeared into thin air. I decided to head back home and call Sonia later about the earring, but the moment I reached the parking lot, I heard someone laughing. It was Sonia and Chris. $50,000! Woohoo! It's time to celebrate!
We have to get that dumb Nora to sing for you at least 4 to 5 times more, and we'll be rich soon.
Ugh, but that girl gets on my nerves. I can't even look at her without wanting to throw up.
Huh, do you think it's easy for me to be friends with her? I sanitize my hands every time they touch her.
Chris kept talking, but I could hear no more because my blood was boiling. Chris, how dare you?
Nora, I was just telling Sonia to be nice to you.
Stop lying, you moron! I can't believe I trusted a snake like you. You know what? I'm gonna tell the whole world that I sang those songs, and Suddenly, Chris's face twisted with fury and he lunged at me. Horrified, I took a few steps backwards and suddenly I was falling into an open shaft right behind me. It was a free fall into the darkness. The last thing I remember is thinking, this is it. This is the end of me. And then I died. Okay, I didn't actually die, but I sure wished I had the moment I opened my eyes a week later and found myself covered in bandages from head to toe. I tried to lift my hand, but my entire body revolted as a sharp pain shot through me. Ow! Suddenly, someone rushed to my side. I couldn't see who they were because even my eyes were bandaged.
Nora? Can you hear me, Nora? Oh, thank God you're awake. I was so scared.
Dad held my hand and started sobbing. I wanted to console him, but the pain was just too much. What happened to me, Dad?
You fell down an open shaft, remember? A worker saw you fall and alerted the authorities.
Suddenly, all the memories came rushing back. Chris, Sonia, the concert, the betrayal. I felt my heartbeat shoot up, and then it was darkness again. When I woke up again, I felt much better. The pain was almost gone, and so were most of my bandages. I saw Dad dozing on a couch by my side. He looked totally exhausted, so I decided not to wake him up. Cautiously, I got up to use the washroom. I was standing near the sink washing my hands when I saw it, and I screamed. Ah! What was that face staring back at me? It wasn't me. My reflection looked nothing like me.
Nora? What happened, honey?
Dad, why do I look like that? What happened to my face? I was about to collapse, but Dad took me in his arms and helped me to my bed. And then he told me how that nasty fall had damaged my face completely.
The doctor said plastic surgery was the only way to reconstruct your face. And your bones are still very weak, so you have to lose some weight to heal completely.
I felt the blood drain from my face. Plastic surgery? The words echoed in my mind, and I got the worst shock of my life. My face, my identity had been altered beyond recognition. The next few weeks were pure torture. I worked out every single day. All I ate in the name of food was fruits and boiled veggies. Yuck. But at least when I finally got out of the hospital, I felt amazing. I had lost 50 pounds and felt so much better and lighter. But I still had little idea of just how much I transformed until I went to school about a month later and noticed every guy staring at me. Heck, one of them literally walked into a wall and almost broke his nose. And 2 others asked me out and started fighting over me. Gosh, what was that? Obviously, no one recognized me, so I told everyone I was an exchange student from France. I even gave myself a new name, Phoenix. Suddenly, my life did a total backflip. All the guys were bending over backwards to catch a glimpse of me. All the girls wanted to be my friend. It felt surreal. Then one day I was going to the library when suddenly Chris blocked my way. One look at him and I felt my blood boil. But I calmed myself down and gave him the sweetest smile.
I hope you know CPR Phoenix, cause you just took my breath away.
What a cheesy pickup line. I walked past that moron, but he followed me.
I wasn't lying, though. By the way, I'm Chris, drama club head and the dream guy of every girl around here.
Slight correction. Every girl except one. Me.
Ooh, playing hard to get, huh? I like a good challenge.
The next few days, Chris kept pursuing me relentlessly. He showered me with expensive gifts, left cute notes in my locker, and even got me a little puppy. The more I tried to avoid him, the more determined he got. So I decided, why not give him a taste of his own medicine? Instead of pushing him away, I played along and went out with him. On our first date, we went to see a movie. Chris booked the entire theater for us. Everything was going smoothly, and then suddenly the movie stopped playing, and the whole theater plunged into darkness. What's happening?
I think the power went out. Let me check.
Chris got up, but just then, the song I'd sung for Sonia started playing.
There was a time, a golden thread. You were the only voice in my head. You said you loved me. You said you cared. In front of your eyes, my soul I bared.
Chris held my hand and somehow we managed to bolt out of there. When we finally got into his car, Chris looked visibly shaken. What the heck just happened?
I don't know. Probably a faulty speaker system.
After that night, things started getting weirder. Like this one time, Chris told me he had bagged the lead role in a popular play.
A big Hollywood director will be there too. If I get this right, my life is sorted.
That night, Chris took me to a fancy restaurant to celebrate. We were halfway through our meal when I accidentally knocked off a glass of juice and it spilled all over Chris's clothes. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Don't sweat it. I'll just go get cleaned up.
Chris went to the washroom, but when he returned a few minutes later, he looked terrified.
Phoenix, we need to leave, now.
But we've not even finished the food yet. But Chris literally ran out and I had to follow him, but I was super pissed. What's the matter with you? Why bother taking me out if you have to act so weird?
You don't get it. That girl, she's after me. I saw her pictures in the washroom.
What girl? Are you seeing someone else?
No, it's Nora.
The name left me stunned, but I tried to play it cool. Nora? Isn't she the girl you were dating before me?
Dating? Do you even know what she looked like?
Well, I heard she was a little overweight.
A little? She was a fat cow. Thank God I got rid of her at the right time.
Those cruel words sent shockwaves throughout my body. How did you get rid of her? Did you dump her?
I didn't have to. She dumped herself into an open shaft before I could.
Chris started laughing like a maniac as he recalled that day at the concert. He even told me how he'd used Nora as a substitute singer for Sonia and how they both got rich. Wow, so that means Sonia's songs were actually sung by Nora?
Yeah, and then she fell down that stupid shaft and died. But I don't know, it seems like her spirit's back for revenge or something.
What? Don't tell me you believe in crap like that.
Nah, of course I don't. I think I'm a little stressed about tomorrow's play.
Just go home and rest. Tomorrow's gonna be an important day. I have a feeling it'll change your life forever. The next day, Chris performed like a true rock star. He gave his best performance and everyone appreciated him wholeheartedly. But just when he was about to receive the Best Performer award, a sound clipping of him confessing to what he did to Nora started playing.
A little? She was a fat cow. Thank God I got rid of her at the right time.
How did you get rid of her? Did you dump her?
I didn't have to. She dumped herself into an open shaft before I could.
Everyone listened in horror as he confessed to how he'd used Nora, how he manipulated her into being the voice behind Sonia's song and made money out of it. Chris just stood there looking totally stunned. And then his eyes met mine. There was a second's pause, and then the moment of realization hit. I had played that clipping. He immediately jumped off stage and ran towards me, but I was faster. I got into my car and left. He chased after me in his car, but he was so mad with rage that he didn't see an approaching bus and collided with it head-on.
Phoenix? Why? Why did you do it?
I placed the bouquet by his side, closed my eyes, and started singing.
I thought you knew me like no one could. Now there's just emptiness where you stood. Inside my heart, there's shards of glass pricking my soul. Love has taken its toll. Love has taken its toll.
When I opened my eyes, Chris's face was pale as a ghost.
You're Nora.
Yes, I didn't die that day, Chris. I survived and rose from the ashes, just like a phoenix. Just then, the doctors walked in and told us Chris's face would be scarred forever. He silently sobbed as I walked out thinking, Karma is truly a witch with a capital B.